Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning. Or afternoon. Or evening. Kind of depends on where you're at in the world, I guess. How's everybody this morning? Lots and lots of stuff going on. I get breaking news, seems like every 20 seconds on my thing. Lots of going on. Hi, everyone. Oh. All right, let me see if I can get the chat up so I can see it. There we go. Still morning on the East Coast. Yes, it is. Good morning. Yeah. Whew. So they have decided to go forward with criminal charges to Steve Bannon. So per my last video, it did say that they were going to go ahead and he was going to face some consequences. So there's that. Also, I don't remember if you guys remember, maybe a couple of videos back, I was talking about the huge feeling to make sure that your pantry is full. Ripe Color, or maybe it was Danny, somebody mentioned make sure that you have plenty of dog food for your animals, or kitty food, whatever it is that you have. It sounds like it's going to, because of the shipping crates. I've been watching, I've been kind of taking a good temperature on the, it is a beautiful day to arrest Bannon today. It is. I've been taking a good temperature on the shipping crates and the semi-trucks who take the crates and take our goods in. And there's a major problem, and I haven't really figured, it's almost like too big of a spider web for me to keep on chasing, because I would chase the energy here and it would be a dead end. I would chase the energy over here and it'd be like a dead end. And I'm really starting to get frustrated. So if I stepped back into that energy, into that remote view, as I look into what's going on, there are so many intricate parts. And there's a wrench over here. There's a wrench over there. And somebody or something is truly cogging the wheels. And it's foreign. And it's another assault on this country. So there's that. Yeah, there really is something. It's like somebody. So there's that remote. But they're so eager to keep it a secret that even, I don't know if any other readers are able to like knock on the door and have them open up, but I consider myself, my mic is distorting. Is that better? I turned it down a little. I hope that helps. I turned it down a little. Purposely stalling to create panic and increase money in companies and countries? I don't know. It's almost like they want to cripple us more than it's about money. That's the feeling. It's like money is a huge deal. But when you have plenty of money, oh. Sorry. We can, when you have money, you can utilize that to also hurt and be okay with the loss. But It's different. I am perfectly okay with breaking ties to China and having them stop creating and making our stuff. I I've always been on board with that. I think that we should employ. We have a big country. We can employ all factories and everything that we need in house. I've always said that. But I know there's foreign trade, there's this, that, and the other. I get it. But I would prefer for us to be self contained and self sustaining, you know, providing our own contributions. Yeah, it's better. Thank you, Brad. I had it up too loud. I have a brand new mic, so I'm really working on trying to make sure I get that dialed in. The other one I had to get like really close to it in order for people to hear it, and I really don't want to do that. And here's the thing: is another thing is broken. Why do people go overseas? It's because this country has made it so difficult for them to even have a company here, a big company or whatever. So it's it's a broken system here, broken system there. We just got lot to fix, and it won't happen in a year. That's for sure. Hi, Freebird. Hi, Debbie. Hey, you want to come on? Have you had your coffee yet? I can send you a thingamajigger. I'd love to have you on. Ooh, Jeffrey's here too. Fancy new mic. Jeffrey, isn't it early in the morning for you? Hi, Kathy W. Terry. I know I asked the question and then I can't get it. I can't remember to watch for the answer. But anyhow, anywho, it's still in bed. Debbie. It's a nice day to stay in bed. We had temperatures, I think it was like 28 degrees or something like that last night. I may be wrong on that. Anywho, we had lots of frost. Everybody woke up with frost on their windshields. I don't because I have a garage, but a lot of people frost on their grass. Yeah, there was a lot of thawing out this morning, so it was pretty. It was really pretty. I'm dressed and showered. Hi, Jeffrey. That's accomplishment. I do wanted to look into Jeffrey. Do you want to come on? Because I would love to have you on. Because I want to look into the um I can't think of his name. Landry. Is it Michael Landry? Brian Landry. Brian Landry. I really wanted to do kind of like a grand tableau and see where he's at, if he's still alive, and what's going on. So I would love to have your help. Let me email you real quick. Oops. Me trying to do things differently here. There you are. Hmm. Why are you not allowing me to send it? Silliness. Let me know if you get it. Because because I really want to look into that. I kind of have a feeling. I know I in my last live I was going to do that. So it'd be nice to have extra energy on this, especially Jeffrey. He's pretty dang good at getting into the energy. I see a lot of people jumping on. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm waiting for Jeffrey to show up so that we can do a deep dive into Landry. So did it come through, or do I need to do it a different way? Okay. It's nice to see everybody. It's nice to see Vivian, Vexen, Brad Nums, Muns. Mike sounds great now. Thank you. Please remember to hit the like button. Oh, please hit the like button. You know, when you're watching your readers and your favorite readers and stuff like that, what helps them the most is to comment, hit the like button, and always make sure that you're subscribed to them. It keeps them going. Hi, Sugar.
I have to turn off the computer in the other room. Hang on.
Okay. Look at his scarf behind him. Hey, everybody. If you want a personalized, one-of-a-kind scarf, Jeffrey is your guy.
Hola.
He also does one-of-a-kind T-shirts as well. On his channel, underneath all of his videos.
I'm going to be working today, so I was wearing this rag with stains. So I was like, well, let's dress it up a little.
Let's get a little fancy. I like your scarf. Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I like your little thing. I'm even showered and dressed.
Well, I have, you know, some of you know and some of you don't. I do Airbnb out of my apartment. So I have guests coming supposedly now, but no one's ever on time.
Well, if you have to go, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. Don't worry. Be happy.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because I have my fancy microphone.
Oh. Is that a Yeti?
Yeah, it's a Yeti. It was on sale.
Oh yeah. I always get everything on sale.
Well, the funny thing is that like the this one was 100, and then a different color was like 150, and it's the same microphone. It's like I don't care what color it is.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
Mi teléfono. Un momento.
Okay, go ahead and put it on. Go ahead and put it on.
Yeah.
Mute so that. There we go. Okay. May I ask a question, please? Light Energy, 55 Silent Tarot. Do you have a channel? Light Energy, 55 Silent Tarot. Do you have a channel? How is it possible to ask a question? Thanks, guys. Right now, I'm doing political questions if you want to answer those. We normally do not do any personal
I'm back.
questions. I normally don't do any personal questions on my lives. I normally do just political. But if you have a political questions, I have a very small one. Light Energy 55. Silent Tarot.
How can I see the chat?
You can go to my channel if you have like your phone or what have you.
Yeah, that's too confusing already. Yeah.
Do you have your phone? You can go to my YouTube channel and watch it from there.
Anyway.
All right. So we want to do you know the story of Brian Landry?
No, it's best that I don't. So
Well, this is not. This one's not political. This one is Gabby Petito. I
oh,
forget.
that one. Oh, boy.
The Gabby, the one that was
Yeah,
found,
yeah.
and then the boyfriend's now missing.
I haven't really been paying attention because it's so dark.
That's okay, because I prefer you to go in blind. I think anybody that goes in blind to a situation truly picks up the right energy and guess what, spirit.
Okay, what
So
is
here's the question: is he? So we're going to do a couple of questions in there, but the first one is he alive? So let's do that one first, so
he
that
alive?
we can. Is he alive? Says Jeffrey, click on the comments when you're on your StreamYard. Click on comments. There's a thing that says comments banner.
Oh, that was
Click on
easy.
comments. Yeah,
That was much easier than turning on my phone.
there you go.
That was an auto company that I somehow called. I don't even drive. He's alive.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
Well, I did feel it initially, and I got 2 aces. So.
Oh yeah. And I got the King of Cups. He's very highly emotional about the judgment that's coming against him. Yeah, he's alive. His emotions are coming through.
He's stuck.
And he's defending himself. Yep. Okay. So now that we have him alive. I want to know if he is camping out in the wilderness. Like, is he alone? And then we'll ask, is he staying with family members? Because I really want to get into some serious information about this so that we can.
He's hiding out somewhere that's safe. Because this is a walled garden.
That's the what?
It's a walled garden.
Mm.
Right? It's a walled garden.
It is.
Right.
You're absolutely right. He has a mature woman he is hanging out with.
Well, this is also a mature woman.
Yep. He has a mature woman that he's hanging out with. Either and I have a feeling the cheating and the what?
Like that song Maggie May.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, that person knows the lies and the deceit. Do you have a thing? Because I think you're echoing.
I don't know how to fix that.
I have. What I do is I put so that there's no feedback.
I hear. Okay, let me find them.
Okay. Go ahead and put on a mute. Yeah. Oh, is Lori in here? Lori, would you like to join us?
Is Debbie going to come on?
No, she's still in her pajamas, she said.
Okay.
You guys don't hear an echo? Okay.
Is that better?
I do. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. Now we're concentrated. So we established he's alive and he is with
Wait, I have to turn down the volume. Oh my God.
So we've established he's alive and he's with a mature woman. Now, she also knows the lie. The mature woman knows the lie that he's holding. Because the responsibility, she knows that he's responsible with this mature woman. So what else do you get?
Well, the first 3, I always throw 3. So the first 3 I threw were the Ace of Swords, and this one in the middle, right? That difficult decision, and the Ace of Cups. So it's like he's between, like, the law and his heart. You know what I mean?
No,
because I feel a remorse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel a remorse.
Okay, so the final question after we get through
and there's a naivete to him.
Oh.
Like This is the pages are always naive and young. But it's the
Yes.
energy. It's not that they're young, but it's the energy of
Immaturity.
oh, I thought everything was going to work out, and um, but I love you. Sort of, it's it's a weird little card. This one. All the pages have like this. It's not. The idea and the idealism are there, but the ability to take action and to see things through is not. You know what I mean?
Right. I always call it immaturity, but naive is probably a better description.
Yeah, and there's a naivete. Well, this is to me, this is like the 14-year-old boy that's in love with the science teacher.
Yes.
Right. Oh, I love you, but you don't understand. We can run away together. I love you.
Yes. Yes.
Or the the 14-year-old girl who is in love with her science teacher.
Right.
Oh, when we're married, all that.
Yeah, they already have 3 kids and a picket fence.
Yeah.
She hasn't even gotten out of math class.
Right. She doesn't even know how to make peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
Yeah, too confusing. Okay.
Okay, so now that we established that, and then he's with a mature woman, so there's a family. I wonder if it's a family member. Can we narrow that down if it's a family member? Well, what we're talking about is Landry. We're talking about Brian Landry right now. We're just doing a deep dive into that. So if anybody has just joined us, that's what we're doing. And we've already gotten that he's alive. We already gotten that he is hiding out. And we already gotten that he's hiding out with a mature woman. And the mature woman knows his responsibility in the whole situation. So there's that. And now we need to know. Are you there, Jeffrey? Oh
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going there.
Okay. Go for it.
Because I'm not reshuffling. I shuffled, and
Yeah.
whatever I put down is done, and then I'm just going to keep on adding.
Okay.
And on this card, this is such an interesting card. So I always feel like she has inside information because the Falcon is here, right? The Falcon is here. So I always feel like the Falcon's talking to her. So there might be some information that she has that either she's sharing with him or she's keeping. I think she's keeping it. I feel like, you know what I mean? 'Cause I always feel like the Falcon is like her inner guide, or maybe, talking to her. That's why, she was able to attain wealth. And like the Falcon is talking to her. And I don't know if she's keeping him at the moment, but I don't know if that's going to last.
Yeah. I can't get that she's a family member.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do have born leader. The King of Wands. She's the doer. She's a born leader. She's been in the family for quite some time. She's the fixer.
Yeah, the King of Wands is a fixer.
The ongoing battle, the worry.
Okay, so what's the next question? I'm sorry.
Okay, so now the next question is why he did it.
Why he did it.
Why he did it.
Oh boy. Wow. I don't know if his mind really works right.
Uh-oh.
Because I get this self-imposed crazy, right? You don't think you can get out of it, but it's actually self-imposed. And then I get the 10, and 10s can sometimes be fantasy, right? This could be sort of like this fantasy of, oh, we're going to live forever and we're going to have, I don't know. But then I get death. I think he felt stuck. I don't think he's right.
I think you're right.
I really don't think he's right. I mean, God bless. You know.
Right. I actually got the breaking point.
Yeah.
Like this was not planned or anything like
Yeah.
that.
No, I don't
It
get
was
that
like
either. I think that there's something. There's like a little piece of him that's.
fractured.
You know what I mean? That can sometimes flare up. It's sort of like when you eat something and you're like, what is that spice? I'm not sure what that spice is. It's very slight, but it's in there, and I don't really know
Yeah.
what it is. And that's what I get because I get burden, right? And I get this stress, and this is another A. So it's almost like it just hits him.
Yeah, I did too. I got the mental anguish. I got the mental anguish, the breaking point. Like it just went too far. The
Yeah,
Seven of Pentacles is that investment in growth. Now, maybe she was trying to get away. Maybe she was trying to not have him involved in her future plans.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
that
yeah. Because
kind of
I got that earlier too, and I got a hit on it. I mean, sometimes I see this as confidence. There's a lot of different ways you could see this, but look at him. He's very there's something like forlorn about him. It's like, well, I did it, but I don't really think it's going to grow. There's a certain energy of that in this card too. It's like the opposite of the confidence.
right. Well, here's the thing that they've already. Oh, go ahead and mute for just a second. The echo just comes across. I don't know where it comes from. Um, the one thing that they said about on the news is that when they had that stop with the police officers or some sort of somebody was telling the story about it, is he was opposed to her growing her thing. He was kind of like jealous. He was kind of like not really into it, and slow progress. Like he was really trying to hinder what she was doing,
Mm.
and her growth and her money and everything was fast movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Seven of Cups, the choices and the fantasy. Like he thought he was going to be a part of it. He thought he was going to be, and I think that has a lot to do with a lot of it too. He was trying to manipulate her to take control of her money, because I have the Seven of Pentacles, I have the King of Pentacles, and it just sounds like he was trying to take control of her money, and she wasn't having any of it. And so he just snapped and shut the whole thing down. And you're right. I don't think, and I got the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity. So he was really after taking control over her money.
Mm.
And it just snapped. She wouldn't allow it. He couldn't get her that far. He couldn't get her to hand it over, and he just got angry. And goodness gracious. Okay. There's that.
I don't. He might be out of the country.
You think he may be out of the country? They would have tracked that though. As soon as he got on a plane, they would have tracked that.
Yeah, but you can drive to Mexico.
Let's see if he's in Mexico. Well. They said they had sightings of him in Appalachian Mountains. Maybe he's in
it's like
Canada.
Sasquatch. It's going to be like that.
Canada. Maybe
yeah,
Canada?
we had sightings in Sierra Leone. We had sightings in the Maldives. We had sightings in Indonesia. Please, you know.
Yeah, either Mexico or Canada now. Huh?
Venus. We had sightings on Venus. So that I don't really trust. It's going to come to a conclusion though. Look.
Yeah, I also got the tower too. They're going to track him down.
Yeah, it's going to come to a conclusion.
And that Queen of Swords is going to betray him. That woman that he's with, you said that you don't know how long.
With that Falcon. I got that.
Yep, she's going to betray him.
Yeah, I got that earlier.
And she's going to enlighten his. She's like, I can't take it anymore. She's going to betray him. It might be his mother, but there's a marriage. That relationship that he has with that person. He is being fooled.
Yep, I agree. Hello.
All right, let's move on. Okay. So there we go.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come to a conclusion.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's going to be illuminated, right? It's going to be illuminated.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's similar to the Sun card because I always feel this really big illumination with this card.
Very true.
Okay.
All right. So now that we deep dive in that, I kind of wanted to get that Mexico or Canada out of the country. Both borders are now open. So, yep.
I don't think it's that hard to go over either border.
Yep. If they're not paying attention to all the stories in the United States.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're overwhelmed, and I'm sure there are certain places to cross that are easier than others, and et cetera, and you know.
Yeah, Debbie says yes, he'll be caught. Caribbean islands by boat. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
But that's because we like to sail. We like to be on the ocean and all that. The dolphins on the way.
Right. The people thinking that woman he is with, that mature older woman, she could be an accessory to the murder.
Oh my. You getting that?
Well, somebody in the chat did. Well, we do know that she had, that was my first card, was she knows what happened. She knows the story. So accessory to murder, I mean, just hiding him out.
Hi, Nancy Jean.
Oh, hi, honey. Two of my favorite people.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to Bannon.
Hi, Ron, Unconditional Love. Hi, Water Lily. Hi, Benny Grismore. Hi, Terry Solaris. Melissa Thompson. Kathy W. See? Oh, I'm a professional chat now.
Like, you know all these people.
When you come here, you have to show me how to do StreamYard because I've never done a live.
Oh, it's so dang easy. What you do is you go to Google and you Google StreamYard, set you up an account, which is free for a while. Then you can go professional if you want. Set it up, and then you can do it on yours to invite people and all that. So StreamYard is incredibly easy. It doesn't provide a lot of great stuff. I still prefer Zoom because
I do my videos on Zoom.
Yeah, this echo thing doesn't happen on Zoom, but I don't know how to go live on Zoom yet.
We'll figure it out. Maybe when you're here, we'll figure it out.
That's right.
Over coffee and cake. Mm-hmm.
Coffee and cake.
I have so many bakeries to take you to. You have no idea.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait
for my 10. I cannot wait.
We're not going to eat any food. It's just
pounds.
going to be, everything is going to be baked goods. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. But I hopefully I get approved for my time.
Hi, GGB. Is that Gigi?
Yes, GGB. Yep.
Oh, hi, Gigi. I owe you a phone call.
She's the one that lives down the street from you.
Well, she doesn't live down the street. She lives pretty close. I could actually walk to her house. Yeah.
They say that mine is the echo. So I have echo cancellation on.
How do I turn that on?
So you go down to the cog wheel at the bottom, and it says cam and mic.
And I have camera. I have audio. Give me
go to audio.
Internal microphone. Echo cancellation is on.
So go to internal microphone and pick your
Yeti.
Yes.
Okay, is that better?
That's probably it. Yes, that's probably it. Because it was hitting two microphones.
You hear Angel?
Oh.
Okay.
That's probably what happened.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Hi, Foggy Ozark. I love your name. Okay, right, so what are we reading on now?
Bannon. So Bannon refused to go to his subpoena. Now the January 6th Commission is sending it up for recommendations for him to for criminal charges. Hopefully he agrees. I want to know. The other day I got that he was going to, get in trouble for this, but today I want to know if they're actually going to go arrest the boy, or is he going to go, okay, fine, I'll go testify. So let's see. Let's
So
get
how
into
should we
that.
frame it? How should we frame the question?
Is Joe Bannon going to be arrested for not complying?
Steve Bannon.
Yes. Did I say Joe? Did I say Steve? Did I say Bannon? Just Bannon. Yes, Steve Bannon. And he gets sores on his face and on his neck.
He's a
He looks
drunk.
like he. Well, I think it's meth sores.
What?
It really looks like meth sores. You know how
Oh my
some people who
God.
do meth and they have all of these sores all over.
Oh my God.
That's what it looks like to me. And he looks like he just wakes up in the gutter every morning and brushes himself off and goes to work. Ooh, what'd you get? Go, go, go.
Okay. So I get like, oh, well, I invested all this money and, you know, I'm waiting for it to show up. I'm waiting for it to take care of me. But then the angel of healing comes through. So there's like a balance reached for a moment. Pero.
Ho ho.
So that is out in the cold.
We have Houston. Bannon.
Out in the cold. Unable to get into the light. It's all coming out. The whole thing is going to come out. The whole thing comes out.
Just with
Treasure
him.
trove, right?
Yep.
The whole thing comes out. And it's like abundant, you know. So this is the energy, like on the positive sense, this is Mother Earth. So I always explain this card as the tree is just being a tree, and all it does is give fruit, and all it does is give fruit, and you pick the fruit, and then more fruit comes, and then more fruit, and then like that. You know, there are trees that can give fruit for 200 years.
So do you think that
Abundance.
him getting arrested or is going to open up everything?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I do kind of feel like he's that turning
Surrounded.
point. And the turning point in this whole investigation. I really do too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think. This is also turning point.
Yeah. I did a live with on Black and Orange on Autumn's channel, and it had Sienna and
They're coming to get him.
Apprentice. Yeah, Apprentice.
They're coming to get him.
Good. Well, he talked about gosh, why can't I think of names while I'm live? It drives me insane. The Apprentice, the Tarot Apprentice. I can't think of his name right now.
He has a weird name. Yeah.
It's not that weird. Johnny, there it is. Johnny, he said that yeah. He said that he had gotten it before that Bannon was playing the players. Like he was in the insurrection, but he was over here doing his own game, his own play. And I got the same thing when he was saying that. It's like, yeah, he's like manipulating the devils.
He's the puppet master.
He's manipulating the devil. It's like he's in that, but he also had his own game in the whole situation. So
right. So he's running two puppet shows at once.
Right. He knew about that one, but he had his own little game going. So it came true. That is probably coming into play right here, right now, because it says the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Now he's that fighter. He's that one that he's not the top boss, but he's not at the bottom, but he's in there in the middle, right? He's in there directing the troops. The Knight. He's in there directing the troops. And the Two of Pentacles, juggling two lifestyles, juggling that one and juggling his own, juggling that one, juggling his own. And then, of course, the devil, he is just obsessed with what he wants. He's obsessed with what he wants. We also have the Knight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So that fight. But the Eight of Swords, that self-imposed, that you are in the middle of all of this, the you can't get out of it type of thing comes on. And then the Five of Wands, that conflict. He has a conflict right now in a conflict of all the Republican voters, Trump, everybody, he's in conflict all over the place on what he can and cannot do. So he says no. He's going to throw out some BS about executive privilege, which is not going to work at all. He's in conflict, so he has to show that he's fighting the good fight. The Hierophant shows up and the Emperor shows up, where he gets caught and he gets taken down.
Here comes the law. The Hierophant is the law. Yeah.
Yep. Here comes the loss.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to hold out very long. So now that we know that he's going to get caught, let's see after he gets caught if he's going to spill the beans, because he knows that he's
well. Okay. So before you do that, you had the 5. Well, the Hierophant is a 5. You also had the 5 of the conflicts, right? I also got the 5 being out in the cold, and I also got, I think he's going to be betrayed. So the way I understand, one of the ways I understand this card is, this is the guy, he says, okay, here comes an enemy, let's get together and defeat the enemy. And then they help him out initially, and then they're like, we're done with you. It's almost like the way the Greeks, Sparta and Athens got together to take away the Persians. And then after a while, it's like, we have nothing in common. We're not really friends. It's just that. So they're walking away. So, and also 5 is changed. So 5 is right at that moment in the deck between 1 and 10, where it's sort of like, which way are we gonna go? 5 is like walking on a tightrope. 5 is like walking on the tightrope. And I feel like, because I drew this initially, it's going the other way. Like he was able to like keep the whole fantasy alive and juggle, like you said. And now it's sort of like, oh, it's too heavy, we're falling over.
So I wonder who's going to betray him.
You no sé. Sorry, I practice Spanish.
So let's see.
Look, I got this again.
Yeah, the internal fighting.
Another 5.
Yes. So let's see if after he gets betrayed, if he's going to spill the beans. Like, okay, fine, you guys are left me alone. Let's see how much information that they're going to get eventually. After he plays his I'm fighting because he has to put on a show for everybody. Debbie says that he's backed himself into a corner. No win for him. Yeah, he has.
I agree.
Absolutely. Hi, Ron, Unconditional Tarot. If I haven't said hello to you, honey. I catch his lives when I'm at work. Sometimes I can listen. Oh.
One day we're going to come up to Montreal, Ron, and see you. I love
That's
Montreal.
right.
Montreal's a fantastic city. What a fantastic place it is. It's so beautiful.
We should do a
and
tour.
The food and it's just a lovely, lovely place. Really is.
So here's something really weird. The first step in the 2 paths. I literally got strength, the courage to take the 2 steps. The first stage, the 2 steps, the 2 paths. The courage to do that. So that was really weird, because we're talking about Bannon, and because we know that but it's courage that is like, he has to take the courage for the planning and the partnership and stay or go. And then the Ace of Swords, truth. So he has to, that decision of not say anything to say anything. He has to have the courage. I know who I'm talking about. It's just the cards have a different story sometimes, and to tell the truth. So the Ace of Swords does come out with the truth, and then they're releasing the baggage.
What card is that?
This is the the 6 of Swords, releasing the baggage.
Oh, I see.
And these cards is releasing the baggage, and this one is moving on, accepting the lessons. So he does have the he's going to release that. And then I have the 9 of Pentacles, the self-sufficient and freedom. He wants his freedom out of this, and so he's going to allow that message. I also got the Page of Wands, the message, and the Ace of Cups. He really wants out of this. That's weird. I never got that about him. But I also got the faith in the healing. He really wants out of this
Well,
whole mess. So
would you
maybe
want
when
out of
they
it? Anyone with who breathes would
any
want out of this.
so this is just the offer of either where you go to prison for 30 years or you tell us what we need to tell you, and he wants out of it.
Mm,
That makes more sense with the little demon.
mm.
What do you get?
Well, I get a lot of he's going to try to do his smoke screen, right? And initially he's going to be very defensive. He wants to walk away. He wants to walk away and, do something like I got to get. And also the Six of Swords that you came up with is like, I got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. And then here it comes. You're right. He's going to offer the peace treaty. And they're going to offer something back. And then I get like a new direction. And I get her.
I got the star too. The healing. I got the star too on that. It was really.
Yeah,
like
he wants to go back to the past. He wants to go back to when things were like calmer. Yeah. But he's trying to run away. He's trying to run away. It's going to come out.
Yeah.
And also, he's like a gift giver. So I think you're right. I think eventually, even though he's going to try all his machinations, is that the right word? You get to a point where
I think the Six of
it's
Swords
like,
is maybe him. I think the Six of Swords is him more or less trying to get away from, get out of it, like get out of something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so enough on Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
So we've done Brian Landry and we've done Steve Bannon deep dive, this is perfect. Thank you for joining me. You're really good at this. I just let you know that. You're really good at this.
Thank you.
Let's see. What else do we got? Okay, so we have Texas. Now, I'm so sick and tired of Texas, but I feel the energy from Texas because I'm like right above it.
What I don't hear you.
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Texas. Yeah, I feel the energy from Texas constantly. In fact, we drive around Colorado. I don't know why, but we're having a lot of influx of Texans coming into Colorado right now. That was weird, but they're all over. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's all of the Democrats wanting to move to Colorado because they're sick and tired of Texas. Could be. Or we have a lot of women who are coming up to Colorado for abortions, which is also a lot of people are offering up their homes. They're advertising on B&Bs. If you need a medical procedure, please,
Really?
and they're discounting it, and women are offering up their rooms and stuff like that.
Wow.
So they're really trying to help Texas because Texas is so close. Help Texans. So I've talked to a lot of women and a lot of families who are doing that for the women and helping to pay the cost of the travel. They can't. Texas can't stop that. So I don't care if they know or not, but Texas cannot stop other states from helping them out. So maybe that's the reason why we're getting the influx of it on that.
Also, Texas, has 30 million people. It's the state that's closest to you with the biggest population too. So that.
So he wants to, of course, he's done all he can. He's been on a hot mic talking about how we've just pretty much banished abortion. He also, in rumors, says that he wants to also remove birth control. So here's the question about Texas. Is literally, what is the real end game? Let's dive into it's like they keep on throwing out these little things, I want the wall at the border, I want no abortions, and I'm going to eliminate the morning after pill. They can't get that anymore, and we're going to eliminate birth control. I mean, they're really going in hard. They're going in hard.
Well, it's kind of, the energy of, if I can get my foot in the door, I'm going to try to break into your house. That's what it is.
True.
So talk to me about what's the how do we I love Freebird's for holy hell, seriously. Holy hell. I haven't heard that expression.
Holy hell, seriously? Yep. Truth. So he gets caught on hot mics constantly. I've been if anybody is on TikTok, I know it normally didn't like TikTok, but I've gotten on TikTok. A lot of information comes through TikTok. So that was important to get, the breaking news and the information, especially if you are connected to those who give out breaking news every time it comes through.
Okay, so what is how do we frame the question? I need to get that.
What is their end game? What is Texas's end?
What's the end game? What would you say, of Texas or of Abbott?
Well, Abbott and Texas are all
okay, so the Texas current
So
government.
let's do Abbott. Yeah, let's do Abbott and the Republicans in Texas, because there's a lot of Texans that are, of course, not on board with this. So you're right. Let's get into one energy and one energy only, which it would be Greg Abbott and the Republicans that follow him. What is their end game on this? Thank you, Cappy W. I see you on my TikTok a lot. Also, remember, I do cuss while I'm on TikTok, so if you're against that, don't go watch me. I have a few cuss words on there, just letting you know. A fair warning. My handle is the Tarot Chick on TikTok. No, it's called the Tarot Card Chick on TikTok. Somebody had the Tarot Card Chick, so I had to add something else. Okay, this is going to sound like the craziest thing ever, and I am so sorry.
Go ahead. I have really weird cards too.
I really feel this is going to sound so out there, as if they're trying to separate Texas like a North Korea situation from the United States. That's my feeling.
Texas has always had that energy.
It's almost like
it's the Lone Star State. It's its own entity. It has that head about it. If you know the history of Texas, that's what it's about.
Their end game. Their end game. Their end plan is to literally be North Korea to the United States. I know it sounds weird. Hi, Mark McKenzie. Hey, I need to talk to your wife, Mark. We need to get another appointment going. Mark McKenzie in there. Oh, thank you, Freebird. Thank you, Debbie. Is it so that's what I'm saying, is like the recognition, the old friends, the old way of doing things. We need to get back to our control. We need to get back to the, making sure all we have is white people. We need to get back to our control. We have the Three of Cups, that celebration, that reunion of the old ways, the old friends, the reunion, getting them together. Now the awakening and the renewal, we need to, it's like because we also got the Ace of Pentacles, that holding on to something and stingy. We have to get back to our old ways. We have to hold on to what we believe in, and it's power, control, white people. I'm so sick and tired of white people. You're getting on my nerves so bad. Those racist white people, I could do without them. That's financial control and security. They're in game. What do you get?
I get
The same.
a whole different. Okay.
No, you can get another aspect of it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So I get like he feels like he's offering them a gift. It's like, here you go, you fundamentalists, right? But it's a whole state, and people are like, I'm not taking this. I don't want this gift. I don't. No, thank you, but no, thank you. Thank you, but no, thank you. Can you see the card?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get, like an awakening. It's like, oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work. And, this is what I really wanted to happen. However, I'm really tied to something very toxic. So I don't think, because there's something about this one, he doesn't see that this is such a fascinating card. He doesn't see what's in front of him. He's bored. He doesn't see what's in front of him. He doesn't see an opportunity like to get everyone together. That's not what he sees. He sees what he wants to see. And so because of that, he's kind of blind, but then all of a sudden, because to me, this card is always a truth that you can't unsee. It's like waking up one morning and realizing, something really heavy about yourself. And there's this, oh my God, this remorse, this like, but then I get, a new direction coming. So this is, because of that, I get a new direction coming in, balance being restored, money coming through, and them building something new. So something new is going to be built there.
New good or new bad?
No, new good.
So it's not going to work.
Right. And
Good.
Destiny is coming for him. Destiny is coming for him.
I did get that confidence.
Because I feel like, there was something offered, like they want to offer something, the other side, or, like normal people or whatever, they want to say, listen, okay, let's work together. And he is in his devil mode, and the devil only sees what it's a false truce. The devil's a false truce.
Yes, it is.
Right? The devil is the false truce. And, and believing something is blue when it's red, or whatever it is.
So that's a good next question, is with all of this planning and all of this ideal that he has, because all they want to do, and this is Linda Johnson, she goes that what they want to do is take away all the women's rights, make women subservient to men again, so that they can be brood mares. That's my adjective. They have babies upon babies upon babies. We need all these.
Let's just invite ISIS in. What's the difference?
There isn't one. So let's go further into the energy. So we have their end game and what they want. Let's go further and just confirm that it's not, how much it's not going to work. Let's see what actually stops them in their tracks.
Okay, that's a good question. What's going to stop? Yeah, that's a great question. Okay.
Yeah. What's going to stop them?
I haven't been watching the
I don't think the young people will stand for it either. You would think that a whole bunch of women won't stand for it either. I hope that is absolutely true. There's more Democrats in Texas than was to believe. I think that scared the crap out of them. How close they lost Texas.
Well, did they lose?
Yes, I agree. I mean, there had to have been some sort of BS always.
Finagling, kind of manipulating.
Yep. All right, so let's see what stops them in their tracks. Hi, Sharon Sipe. I know I haven't said hello to you either. Sharon Sipe, I see you in here.
Hi, Sharon
Foggy
Sipe.
Ozard.
Hi, Gretchen Williams. Hi, Electra Storm.
Jacqueline Morrison, Martha, Connie, GM David, Dave. It's not David, it's Dave.
What's this new information? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
What did you
Hi,
get?
Pegasus.
Yeah.
More Democrats in Texas than armadillos.
That's hard to accomplish. Texas speed bump and armadillo. Okay.
I've never seen one in real life.
Go ahead.
Well, I get new information coming through. I think there's like new information coming through. So there's like an idea or a message coming through, something new, something like that we didn't expect, that leads to heartbreak. I think it's the emotional state of the people that's actually, because look, everyone thinks like, oh, well, I'm voting for this and this president or this and this congressman or whatever because he stands for what I stand for. They vote for the bigger personality. They vote for the one who's more handsome. They vote for the one they like better. It's just like high school.
Yeah.
It is. We all think,
It's
oh,
true.
well, but people, that's really the way it goes. New balance is going to be restored. New creativity. Destiny is changing. The wheel is turning, and justice. So it's actually the law might step in. The law might step in and say, oh, no, you've overstepped your bounds. That's what this could be. You overstepped your bounds. Right? Okay, you want to be the Lone Star State and you think this and that. It's like, no. You think that we're going to let Texas secede from the Union? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I got something too. It's like the obsession of what he has. This is the Republicans, the obsession of what they're trying to prevail. But they come across a stalemate. They come across problems. They come across the conflict of it. The truths, the difficult choices. So it's like the people there, we see that you're obsessed. We see that you're crazy. We see that you care less about us. And it ends. And the Three of Wands ends it. Teamwork.
Right.
So
new strategy.
The strategy, right? The big picture. So the big picture is they think they're being fed one information. Only the people that are on board with what they're saying.
Right.
That's all they're being fed.
Right. It's like the Alex Jones crowd.
Yes.
Right.
So just like on Facebook, if they recognize that you're a Republican, you will not get an opposing side ever again.
Right.
You are bombarded by one opposing opinion. Same with if you're a Democrat. I've noticed that even on mine. Since they found out that I'm a Democrat, I'm only getting one fed one opposing side. And this is what is happening with them. But it ends because they missed death. They missed the Three of Wands. They missed that they weren't out seeing the big picture, the stuff. So they succeed in ending it. Then they have the Ace of Wands, that new venture, that creative spark. So that ends, and the creative spark is that walking away from that his obsession, walking away
Mhm.
from his obsession. The whole state walks away from that. We also have the Knight of Swords, that sudden action and that aggressive taking charge.
Mhm.
Democrats aggressively taking charge.
Mm.
I mean, we are talking about Texans. Even if you're a Democrat in
You have
Texas,
to aggressively take charge in Texas.
yes, they
Yeah.
are Texas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They have Texans in their. They have Texas in their heart, and the world is going to support them. The world is going to support whatever it is.
And that goes back to the three also, the three of
Yeah.
wands, which is like, this is a bigger picture than, it's really nice to think you can live in a bubble. That's really nice. But at the end of the day, none of us can live in a bubble anymore.
No.
Our economies, everything is all.
So I think Texas really does. It's coming to the end of all of that. I know that there's a lot of stories coming out of Texas about when they had the freeze and how horrible it was, how unprepared they were.
Oh,
there
that's
were children with frozen children. You know what I mean? It was just unbelievable. And because of especially there was a whole bunch of them down by the water, down by the ocean, by the Gulf and stuff like that, that the humidity created an even colder environment for them. And so they were really, really upset about that. Okay. I know I had another question coming through in my head, and I should have wrote it down because I forgot it. There was another one that I wanted to definitely take a deep look into. Let me see if I can remember it again. Let's do. So Trump has to go and send a deposition. They're asking for a video deposition in a court case. Can you imagine?
Because
you know how many times they
don't want to see him in person.
No, they don't. But let's see where Trump let's see how things are falling onto him, like where it stands with this.
I'm sorry, I was so into my own joke. I get myself hysterical sometimes. Okay.
Well, there's two things I want to know with Trump is this: how far into I don't want to go into Trump's energy because it's a great big huge lie. We never really get the right information out of that body.
Right.
We know that he's crazy. We know what he wants, but I want to see outside influences on his life right now.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Oh. Oh.
If you already got him, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's all stressed out. It's like he's thinking and dreaming about the money, There's a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict. His whole team doesn't agree. There could be a spy in the camp, actually. And, he's living in his fantasy. I was the emperor, I was the emperor, I was the emperor. And then I get again. You know what it is? He's paranoid about being betrayed. That's what it is. He's paranoid about being betrayed. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, he feels very stressed and very burdened, right? And
Yep.
he's really going back and forth. It's like he's really, well, I mean, he's really not there. He's more not there than, I don't know how to put it. He's more not there than he used to be.
Yeah.
Right. Because he
If we
lost
go to percentage,
his emperorship.
Yep.
Right. And he wants to live in this thing, but he's got stress, and there's a spy, there's someone out to get me, and it keeps on coming at me, and I'm burdened and heartbroken. I think he's gone deep into the paranoia, like deep, because he doesn't remember all the deals he made. He doesn't remember who he said what to. It just comes out of his mouth, and he has no idea what he said and what he didn't say and what he promised who. He doesn't know. So it's all kind of closing in on him because he's not there.
I agree. I agree with that. So the outside influences is confusing him.
Yeah, well, when you tell so many lies, you're confused as to what lie you told who, and who what you tell lying to what. Yeah, it's a lot like that. Yeah, and paranoid. Okay, so really,
I remembered the question after this to remind me. I wanted to look and see if the Republicans are going to listen to him, because he told them not to vote in 2022 and 2024. I wonder if the Republicans are going to listen.
He told them not to vote?
Yeah, I'll tell you the story after this. So don't forget.
Go ahead. Okay, I won't forget that because it's so weird.
Yeah. I love that you live out of the.
It's too upsetting, and then I can't get on with my work.
Yeah, I love it that you're out of it because it helps really get into the energy. So outside influences, guilt. Outside influences are searching how to take him out, to put him away. So everybody thinks, when are they going to arrest him? When are they going to do that? They are working diligently to put the hermit on this boy. They really are. Behind the scenes, there's a whole lot of energy coming behind it. This is outside influences because of the guilt, because of the Five of Cups, that break of that unwilling to change. He's never going to change if he gets into being a president, which he's not. There is no energy whatsoever that has ever come across me or anybody else that has done this work that he will ever be a president again. That is smashed. It's done, and we're in that final stretch to make sure that he doesn't. We also have the Eight of Wands, that fast movement. So this is really important. Fast movement with the law, the emperor, and justice will prevail. So
you got justice at the end?
Yes, justice. Okay. So we have, yeah. So fast movement. That means it's on our heels. It's coming. I wanted to know kind of where, and we're thinking maybe Three of Pentacles. I thought maybe March, maybe April, May of next year. Fast movement for the justice is pretty dang fast for March and April. That we might see all of these things. We also have the juggling life and money, and the outside influences.
I think he's been doing that since the 80s.
Yes. It's the lots of going on. Stay flexible, up and down. Is, I think, the outside influence is us. Stay vigilant, up and down. It's like Spirit's telling us it's going to go up and down. We're going to get highs and we're going to get lows with this whole thing. Stay vigilant. It's, the end is coming.
And stay centered.
Yeah, and stay centered. Absolutely. Like, don't allow their energy to swing us. And always know that
you have to be the center of your own world. You are the sun in your own solar system. Period.
Yep. So just that's the message for everybody here who is waiting for all that to happen, and it will happen. And that is, my cards have said that also. And people want to see him in handcuffs and this, that, and the other. I don't think it's that simple, because he used to be a president. I also had a vision that everybody else is coming to him. He's up on the stage and he literally turns around and walks off the back of the stage. So there's an element of his crazy, an element of his health, an element of his mental capacity is also in play. Also, so it's a fast movement. It's going to happen. We're trying to get to the other end of it, and even I think the energy of the whole situation, it's almost like watching a horse race. This one's ahead, this one backs up. This one's ahead because the energy, they don't even know which one's going to hit first.
Right.
But it's
Right.
all happening. It's all happening. So
Right.
so Trump has threatened the Republican congressmen and Senate players that if you do not fix the 2020 problem, like if you can't put me back in, no Republicans are going to vote in 2022 and 2024. He literally says that in a little thing, in a little statement. It's all over the news. I know. I laughed too. I'm like, oh, and I wish I could. I wish I could be in front of a Congress.
You know what I got before you even said that, and as you were telling your reading, I had this vision and this feeling of him tumbling down a staircase in the dark, like it's almost like the staircase of insanity, and and it's very steep. It's very, very steep, and it's dark. You know, it's like falling into a basement, but it's almost like the abyss, right?
Yeah.
And the further down you go, the more bones get broken, and the more the darker it gets, and the steeper it gets. So I feel like that's his mental, I don't know, outlook, or I don't not that's not the right word. State of just tumbling further and further and further down into the depths of insanity. That's what I get from him.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm not trying to excuse it or this or that, but it's just like, that's what I get. Like complete non-reality. It's like a complete non-reality. And then the deeper you go into it, the deeper you go into it. You know, it's sort of like, I mean, this might be a really weird example. I like the examples. It's sort of like, okay, so somebody gets a little, cosmetic surgery, right? But then that's not enough, right? And then they get more, and then they get more, and then they get more. And it's like, oh, I look like I'm 20. It's like, you're 100. You don't look like you're 20. You look, okay, you don't look 100, but you know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to do this and that, and it's going to be, I'm the most beautiful thing in the world. It's a little bit like that. It's a little bit Sunset Boulevard. Yeah.
So here, Martha in the chat, I remember back in July, I did a month-to-month reading until December of this month, of this year. And it says like October and November were some super explosive months, big stuff. I wonder what will be in November. So I truly feel like when I was back there and I did my reading that month-to-month, we have all of this happening right now, like October and September, October, the January 6th, the Abbott and the abortion thing. This is all the explosions. So November, I have a feeling it's going to be extremely connected to Bannon and the January 6th and all of those subpoenas and all of that. I think that literally is the impact of all of going on. And then going forward will be their end game is to take out Trump. Metaphorically, not physically, please, people. So there's that. So there's two questions here. No, there's two questions. Are the Republican voters going to listen to Trump and not vote? The second one is how did the Republican Congress people, the lawmakers, how are they handling and how are they dealing with this?
Okay,
what are they going to do?
Try not to influence the cards. This is the problem, right?
This is true.
Because I heard that first question, and boy, do I want the yes of all yeses. That's
yes.
what I really want. I want the
so
yes
let's
of
see
all
what the
yes.
cards say.
Come through me.
Right. Bye, Diana. You have to get to work. Bye, Diana.
Click, click, click up the coaster hill, fixing to drop fast and long.
Right. So let's get the energy of the Republican vote.
Okay.
Funny. So what is the energy of the Republican voters? see where we're at. Bye, Patricia. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it all. What did you get? I love it. What'd you get?
All right. So I get, I'm not moving, right? I'm not moving. I stand with my president. I love fighting. I love to fight. I will betray America. He's the king. He's the king. He's the king. And whatever he says, he gets his wish. And I'll follow him into the gates of hell. So I'm getting the Trumpsters will actually listen to this idiot. This is the Trumpsters. This isn't all Republicans. So what percentage of Republicans are actually truly Trumpsters? We don't really know.
Right.
We don't really know. We really don't. We think we know, but we don't really know. So, but let's say the country is about 50-50 Democrat Republican. Let's just say that, right? And then, you get a certain percentage of people who vote, let's say 30% of the general everything. Now, so if 5% are Trumpsters or 10% are Trumpsters and they refuse to vote, they're gone. They're gone. It's as simple as that.
We have a double whammy. Double whammy is all of the anti-vaxxers are. Am I here still? It went away
you're
for a
getting
second.
lower and lower sometime.
So here's the other thing is the anti-vaxxers are generally all Republican voters, and they're dying. What's the matter?
No, I'm listening.
Okay. So we have all of those are also going away. So then we have that percentage of people who are going to actually listen to him, because you're right. They're too far gone. They're stuck. They're there.
Whatever they he's Jim Jones. He's Jim Jones.
Yep. I also see that I actually have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands, meaning their emotional connection to him, and they're going to do his bidding. They're going to fight for him. I got that. Then I have the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the new love. The new love is not the country anymore. The new love is Trump. I also have the Eight of Cups. They will walk away. They will walk away from America. Serves them right. Serves them right if they're not going to put my president back in. It serves them right to have all Democrats in there. See how far that's going. They truly believe that if you put a Democrat in there, it's going to destroy itself anyway. We just have to sit back and wait. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles, working the preparation on that, and then the Page of Cups, which is that romantic proposal. Ooh, this is going to be delicious for us. However, they're going to regret it.
What's that?
The Tower.
Oh.
The chaos. They're going to regret it.
Because I don't know those cards. That's why I keep on asking you.
Oh yeah, so the Ace of Wands and the Tower, the new venture, the creative spark, right, and then the Tower and the chaos. Now this could be go both ways. So this is like their chaos. They go into oh my gosh, what did we do? Or they think that once the Democrats are in power, that they have a right then to fight us. That's the two different ways of them doing it. They don't have a big enough army to take the country. They think they do because they're only being fed one thing. They really think if you ask them how many people on your side are willing to fight for Trump, they think millions, and we tell them, I don't think so. I don't think everybody is willing to put their life on hold, get in trouble, lose their right to vote, lose their right to carry a gun.
People just want a good job and pay their mortgage and send their kids to school.
Yeah, they're going to get bored of it. He's losing connection with his base. So now let's go into the lawmakers and see how well they handled Trump saying that.
So
All
okay,
of the Republican congressmen, all of the Republican senators who support Trump, we're going into that energy and see what.
okay.
Yeah. So we did the base,
I need
and they
some
will
tea.
do
Hang
what
on
he
a second.
says.
Hang on a second. I need some tea.
Okay.
Okay. I have my agua. Estoy listo. That means I'm ready.
So I'm ready. I don't know Spanish at all.
It's actually fairly easy. I mean, compared to other languages, it's fairly easy. And the great thing about Spanish is that the way it's spelled, everything is pronounced. It's very simple. It's not like a complicated thing. English is very complicated
It really
with the
is.
spelling, and why is it sometimes bow and sometimes bow? What? Same spelling. What?
Well, my
There's none of that.
grandson at 6 years old says, "Grandma, I want to learn Spanish."
He
Oh, I
should.
jumped on that.
Yeah, he should.
He's learning it. He knows it. He has
Yeah.
a thing. I was like, I jumped on it. I'm like, the younger you are to learn this language, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I'm sorry. How does the question go again?
The question is how are the lawmakers who support Trump, how did they feel? How do they feel now
Oh, okay.
about Trump saying nobody's going to? It's not like they're going to get a follow-up once Trump says that. It's not like they're going to get a follow-up. They've already made up their mind. Nope, we're not voting. You think they're going to follow up with that, when it comes time to vote? The Vermont governor wants all homeless people removed.
How charming.
Yeah, very charming.
Um,
All he's going to do is make room for more. You already got something. Go ahead. A new message. Beginning. Oh no.
I'm not sure how to. This is too confusing. I need to start again. It's like I'm not getting anything clear.
Yeah, this is weird too. I got the message. I got the Ace of Cups, which is the new beginning. I got the Star, which is hope, faith, creativity. They're going to spin it. The Empress, the abundance, and the creation, the growth, the marriage of it is giving and receiving. This is really weird. Partnership. Are they in on this? Is this playing into their hands? Somehow this is playing into their hands.
Same one. The same one. How weird. That's weird.
This is playing into their hands somehow.
Yeah, I agree.
Somehow, some way, this is a weapon.
I agree completely. Like, really completely.
Yeah, that's all the cards it says. Like, they want this to happen. This is what they wanted to happen. This is what they told him to do. Somehow, there's an entity out there that's playing directly into their hand.
Yep,
because
I
the
agree.
last one is the success.
Yeah, I got the Star for the last one.
I also got the Star in the first row. The Star.
Okay, I get the Knight of Pentacles. We're not going anywhere. I get, oh, the angel is with us. I'm going to talk it into creation, right? I always get with that card. I'm going to talk it into creation. This is a great opportunity. We're going to be rich, 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 rich. We're going to be rich, 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 rich. And he's our star.
So
they're as nuts as he is.
Yeah.
They're as nuts as he is.
So we're not asking the question properly.
Well, no, I
Why
think we
do
did
they
ask the
support?
question properly. I think we did, actually.
But we found, you're right. We found out that they are actually agreeant on what he said.
Yeah.
Is
That was the question.
the thing that, yeah.
Right.
So why? Let's ask why. Why do they want this to happen? Something's, it's playing into their game. What is the game?
Thank you for the Felicia. Is that how you say your name? Is that correct?
Felicia. Thank you, Felicia.
Well, it's Felicia. It's with an S, not a C-I. Felicia?
Felicia?
I think Felicia. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Why are they agreeing on this? What game? What's the end game on this? Why does this work? Yeah. Why does this play into their hand?
Again. Oh my God.
So 2 nights ago, Trump and the Youngkins, I don't know what that is, maybe that's misspelled, had their hate rally pledge allegiance to a January 6th flag.
They have their own flag?
They have their own flag. They had pledged allegiance to that instead of the American flag. Don't tell me that these people are for this country. Something is wrong. Something is really weird. I can't get. Why do I have wedding? Why do I have the high priestess? The sensitivity, the mystery, the secret wisdom, the secret society, the secretness, the something coming in, something more powerful. I got the 10 of Wands, the burden, the responsibility. And I also have the Hierophant, the higher teaching. There is something literally. Yeah, but they get an ending.
Indeed, they do.
They get an ending and they get a loss.
Yeah, indeed, they do.
So they're not going to make it.
No.
They're going to be defending their boundaries, and then we have the power. Oh, thank God. Whatever it is, they get an ending. Thank you.
Okay.
Google Peace.
So for the past, remember I threw a thing, and I said these cards are not making sense, and then I threw again, and now I threw again, and I get the same 2 cards to open every time I've shuffled, which is really weird. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm not moving. There's a stubbornness to this guy. There's a real stubbornness, right? And I get, we're going to this is now I'm getting it. It's like we're not moving. We're restoring balance. We're restoring balance because he is the compassionate one. He is the compassionate one. And he has new ideas. Sorry. We want to go back to the way things were in 1955. He is our king. It's going to be a lot of work, but we're not afraid of hard work. And we love dark money. We love underhanded dark money. We have the knowledge. The inner knowledge. Maybe not. That's what I got. Too. Yeah.
Ending.
Yeah.
So
it's all this delusion, fantasy. They're as insane as he is. We're going to reinstate. And as you were asking the question before, because they're living in that,
they're living in their addiction.
Yeah.
They're literally living in their addiction. And we all know what addictions do to people.
Yeah.
They deteriorate.
Yeah.
They go down. They don't go up. They go down to the gates of hell. And this is
Oh no, that's a different sound. Ooh.
yep, to the gates of hell. So they, and that's the reason for the most of the, for the ending. It's almost like they take out themselves, because I got the magician as well.
I like what Dwight said. Like my grandma said, you can't argue with stupid.
No,
There's not even an argument there. It's like they're lost. They're lost. They're lost in a delusion.
yep.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you can throw them a rope, but they're not gonna take the life preserver or something. You know what I mean?
Do you remember? Ethan,
Okay.
quiet that down.
Your
Yes,
dog. See,
my
Teddy is
grandson.
very good. Him and Mono are in bed. They're very well behaved. They might be
Very
jumping a
quiet.
little bit, but they're not loud.
Right. So that's nice to know that. Do you remember back in 2000? Somebody had brought this up in the chat.
In 2000.
Back in 2000, remember when we were turning 2000? People thought that the aliens
Oh,
were
the
going to come down and
Y2K
get
or whatever?
them. The Y2K, everything was
Right.
going to stop. You know,
Right.
all of that. They really truly believed that. People were on top of rooftops waiting for the aliens to come pick them up.
Right.
People committed suicide. I mean, it was just awful. And yet, this is an exact same thing as to how many people are prey to this.
A false messiah.
Yep. Do we really truly have a mental illness in this country that is brought forth?
I don't think it's just this country. I think this is
Is this human nature? Is this human foul?
well, look, if you give all of your hope and all of your belief and all of your everything to something outside of you, then you don't have to take responsibility for yourself. You don't have to take responsibility for anything because they tell you what to do. It's well, this way I don't actually have to look at myself. I don't actually have to try to change myself. I don't actually have to own up to things that I did wrong. I don't have to own up. I don't have to try to grow because it's not on me. It's not on me because they said, well, why did you push someone so on the train track? Because Jimmy told me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jimmy told me.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Jimmy told me. It's like that.
And how did we get to this point? How did we get to so many can be convinced? Are we? I mean, granted, the good news is the majority of this, like 80, the majority is in the realm of we're not going to tolerate this, but we still have like 74 million people that
Who knows
is
if those numbers are right.
mind-boggling the amount of people who literally have the victim mentality.
So, yeah, no, I understand. And so, we live in a dual universe. This is the way I understand it. So we live in a dual universe. So, and that's the challenge and the opportunity of living on the earth, right? To live in duality, to live in the male, female, the dark, light, etc. And the key is to really take both. It's like a great sweet and sour soup, it's got to have enough sweet and enough sour, right? But as we are evolving as a species, and we all talk about it, right? As we're evolving, it's almost like there's a vase, like let's say is a glass vase, and then there's a in the middle of the glass vase is another piece of glass, but there's a hole on the bottom. So as you fill up one side, the other side gets filled up as well. So we're evolving and devolving at a really high rate simultaneously. I think that's what's. Does that make sense? Was that
so?
A good
We're
metaphor?
evolving and they're devolving at the same amount.
Well, humanity as a whole, because we're a whole.
Right.
So some of us are evolving and some of us are devolving simultaneously.
Devolving at the
That's
same rate.
That's the way I understand it. That's the way I make sense of it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know.
No, it makes a lot of sense as to the reason why we have all of that. Let's see here. Jerry H. How did we get here? 45 years, making each generation more stupid than the one before. More concerned with teaching religion than science, not taught to think for themselves. I think the seclusion is what that help, because we have all of the rural areas that are for Trump for sure. I mean, they're so hardcore rural areas around here. It's hardcore. Like
Yeah,
you
but you
guys are
can be
not.
secluded in the middle of a city too, believe me.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
but the point I'm trying to make is if you're secluded in the middle of a city, you have more energy to work on your chipping away from that negative stuff. If that city is more evolved, cities are more democratic. They're evolving more faster than rural areas.
yeah, but whatever you pay attention to will grow. So
Absolutely.
if you're paying attention to like the world is going to end, then that energy is going to grow. If you're paying attention to we're all going to be okay, then that energy is going to grow. It's as simple as that.
This is true, but we're looking at a people who have been programmed to think a certain way are not coming out of that programming.
Right.
When individually we know what our responsibilities are for the evolved people. I'm literally talking about the rural area, the ones that are so hardcore. They have been separated from evolving energy. It seems like it just seems like there's some sort of disconnect in the critical mass, the little metric system, to where everybody is involved in this energy, and they all sort of line up at the end because the people who are around them, energy evolving, also takes them with them, but
No,
they're
I
not
get it. It's
being
like an
taken with.
invisible wall.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand what you're saying. So I mean, I hear you. I really do, really loud and clear. And I think for me, the only way to, because it's an energy field, I think the only way to actually help them is to really live my best life and be my own light, and my own light of individuality, of love, of hope, of joy. And because it's almost as if we're all living in a petri dish, right? So let's say all humanity.
Oops. Yeah, we're hopefully he can hear me, but yeah, we're both saying the same. I agree. We're both saying the same thing. He's speaking to our own personal responsibility as to how we have to function in this world, and I'm kind of speaking as to the reason why that is not affecting the rural areas, or the seclusion of people. So critical thinking is missing from the toolbox. This is true. Absolutely. Technology is great when it works. Correct.
I know, no, the
There you
plug
are.
fell out of the wall.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's back now.
The plug, and I was like,
You
my
stopped
ring
at
light was
Petri dish.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really see it as a petri dish, right? And so the way you're going to influence, let's say the whole petri dish is blue, right? And you happen to be an orange little marble. The way that you're going to influence the other orange marbles to be orange marbles is by being the orange marble that you are, or the yellow one, or the pink one, or the red one, or whatever. That's the only way. There's no like talking to them. It's an energetic, like, I'm living my best life. I'm living in joy. I have hope for the future. And you can too.
So this is a perfect example of somebody who says, Sheila, I live in rural Nebraska. I am not for Trump. Just saying blessings to you. See, that's where we're talking, is that blue dot in that rural area. You be as blue as possible, and
Right.
and
Or orange or pink, whatever is your favorite color.
right. So you be that as much as possible, and hopefully then you will attract the other like-minded people, and then that will
Right.
grow as well.
Right. You found us. You
Exactly.
found us. I mean, that's the
That's
thing about the internet, is like you find what you're looking for. It's
Right.
as simple as you find what you're looking for on the internet. If I want to look for a specific item that I want to buy, I'll find it. If I want to look at information about a flight, I can find it. If I want to know information about history or et cetera, I can find it. You find what you're looking for. If you seek chaos, you'll find chaos. If you
True.
seek
Whatever attracts to you.
right.
I completely
Right? It's like
agree
the
on
grocery store. Sometimes you have to go up and down that aisle. It's like, where are those capers? I have to have capers for this recipe. Where are those capers?
that. Yep. So what we can do, I mean, we don't have to go out and, make ourselves miserable and start talking to everybody. You just be that. You just be the, the Democrat or the, whatever it is, and be that.
Whatever it is.
And that energy will start attracting to you.
I mean, that's the way I really
And it
live
will
my
grow.
life because, yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, everyone. I appreciate that.
Oh,
We've
the
been on
capers
for
are by
almost-
the olives. Thanks, Melissa. I'll keep that in mind. And the caponata. Don't you love caponata? Oh, my God.
Yummy. All right, everybody. We've been on for almost 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you, Jeffrey, for joining me. I really think
blessings.
Yes,
Thank you.
Added some depth and weight to all of the readings today, and I hope everybody in the chat really enjoyed that. So thanks, everybody, for showing up.
Thanks, and Suzanne. Wear your t-shirts in good health, honey.
Absolutely. And if you're not subscribed to Ripe Color, please go do so. If you're not subscribed to me, please come do so. Definitely hit the like button on the way out. And thank you. Gratitude, smiles, love and light.
Blessings.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.